Hello and welcome again to another episode of the EPL Fanbase Show, the show that keeps you connected with the fans across the globe. My name is FM Steve, and I'm joined in the show by Ron, a Chelsea guy. Ron, can you just say hi? We have Carissa, who believes London is red, and
Oh
we have
yes.
we have the man from Old Trafford, Simon. How are you, Simon? Say hi to the fans, and of
Hi
course,
everyone.
party time, Charles Nolo. Okay, so gentlemen, it's good to meet with you again. Today we want to dissect on the EPL Match Day 4. It's getting hotter. Can we say it's getting hotter or colder? Because unexpected. We'll be looking at the defending champions, Liverpool. It's from high five of Man City last week to now, is it high seven? So what's happening, guys? Let's start with the Liverpool match. 7-2. Who could have believed that defending champions could have lost with such a margin? So, Ron, your team is back in the contention and the defending champions are doing bad. What do you take of Liverpool losing 7-2?
Liverpool is a shock, but as we say these days, without the fans in the stadiums, probably it's contributing to how teams are coming up to play, probably with less of that pressure of the fans, and then the coaches also get to do what they want to do with this tension. And of course, there are teams that miss their fans more than others, where the fans impact them probably more than the others. But if you look at the game, it's a very brilliant setup by Dean Smith, the coach of Aston Villa. He showed us how to counter Liverpool. You do what they do, and because when they lose the ball, you counter quickly and you make that break in the final third very fast, and then you have to be sharp. Last time I talked about Oli Watkins from Brentford. He showed us what he's all about. Very sharp striker. He got a hat trick. What a way to announce yourself in the big scene. Brilliant hat trick, almost a perfect hat trick. Like Grealish, very brilliant. Probably Aston Villa's biggest sign of this period was to try and make sure that it does not go away. A talisman, real captain, and he was, for me, with barring Watkins' hat-trick, easily man of the match. He kept involved in more than half of the goals, 5 goals. And the Chelsea acquisition, what's his name? Buckley from Everton. If there is anyone that wants to beat Liverpool, it has to be an Everton for you fan. Very brilliant. But also, it goes without saying that Liverpool, the other time one said they were sloppy. They have a bit of sloppiness about the defense. Jurgen Klopp was almost eating up Roy Keane much of the day, saying, how can you call us sloppy? We won the game and so on. But it showed they have some gaps in the defense. So it was a question of the thing how Liverpool how they react to this kind of humiliation. No champion has been battered 7 goals. They make an unwanted record.
Okay,
Yeah, so
Carissa, I can see all smiles, and I think it started on Thursday, knocking
Yes.
Liverpool from the Carabao Cup, extending it to Sunday, beating Sheffield, and then the big signing. What do you have to say about Liverpool? Because they were looking strong when they played Arsenal last week Monday, and then all of a sudden they lost 7-2. What do you
Well,
think went wrong?
I think for me there are many factors that contributed to Liverpool losing the match. One of the things that we've learned in the past is that once you have your key players not with the team, namely I think Mane was not there, and then also Alcantara, Thiago. I think we saw what he could do the first game, and therefore there was some sort of instability in the team. When you miss key players, you tend to stabilize a bit. That's one factor. Number two, we saw Liverpool not really pressing, right, and that contributed so badly as far as the defeat is concerned. And of course, for me, they kind of panicked, if you ask me, because I know what they're doing. Aston Villa, they were getting the ball, and you see, all the time they win the ball, they want to do the long ball. And you see, once you get a team which is shaky in the midfield, there's no one to carry the ball, there's no one to drive the moves and all that. So once they got the ball, they're very quick in countering. And I think that really caught Liverpool off guard, especially when they consider the first few goals. They tried to open up and to try and squeeze in those goals to equalize, but then they became vulnerable in the process. And I was really shocked for the first time. Klopp didn't have an answer at all. I mean, he couldn't read the game. He didn't know what was happening, and I saw a coach for the first time who is really worried. You could see him. I mean, he was really unsettled. He didn't know what was hitting him, and the goals kept on coming. I think we've learned how to beat Liverpool now, especially when they don't have the key players. That's number one. Number two, don't give them time to settle, and if you can use the long balls to hit them, do exactly that. So it was kind of a shame. I thought maybe they'll come back, maybe in the second half, but it got worse for Liverpool. And unless they have the key players back, maybe, and they go back to the drawing board, I think they have something that they have to learn from that game.
Dolo, what do you have to say about Liverpool? Because defending champions, when they played your team, Arsenal, and I think they had the same possession, 70-something to Arsenal, like 29 or whatever. But the same, Aston Villa had the same possession, but they were looking sharp. So is Liverpool beatable, or it was a bad day in office? What do you have to say about it?
I think it's been a long time coming now. We personally, I think from especially after the COVID break, you could see the Liverpool defense was not what it used to be. We call Van Dijk the Dutch Mustafi. So the Dutch Mustafi has been cracking slowly, and it's beginning to show. The cracks in Liverpool now, especially from the defense, they are almost Arsenal-like. Although us guys have moved away from those defensive issues. We're actually now having a defense that looks like Liverpool's defense for the last couple of years. So yeah, so it's been a long time coming. And if you look at the game we played them, where we lost 3-1, you could see there were chances there. And my sole blame is on Arteta for going to Liverpool and giving them too much respect. You saw with Aston Villa, there was no respect at all. Even when they got to 3-1 up, they were still attacking. And actually, the chances lost by Aston Villa could have resulted in a 10-1 or 10-something scoreline.
Yes.
So Liverpool is there for the taking. And for my good friend SP, I would recommend when you face those guys, don't show them any respect. Just know that the Dutch Mustafi is now activated and you can score goals with Cavani.
Okay, the man from Manchester. Okay, I think for you it will be too much to talk about your neighbor, because they say you'll never walk alone, and they decided just moments after you people lost 6-1, they decided that you'll never walk alone. Yeah, and they decided to give you support. Now, let me just come. Let me just come to Manchester, because now if I ask you about your neighbor's house, it will be too much of you. What's happening at Manchester? Because 3 games, you've conceded already 10 goals, actually 11. So what's happening at Manchester? Is it 11 or 12? 11 goals.
Yeah.
What do you?
Let's not count still.
Because the last time you conceded that was in the 1931. and in that season, Manchester were relegated. So, could you say that we are heading those directions? Maybe give us more about it. What's
No, no,
happening
no.
at Old Trafford?
No, Steve. I think I was very happy to watch the Liverpool game immediately after us, because I was sure, the 7-2 would steal the headlines and at least cover me for my mediocrity in the Spurs game. Well, what's happening at United? Unfortunately, it's become a vicious cycle. You finish the season on such a high, and the manager is promised signings, and the board again, does not trust the manager enough with the signings that they need. I mean, this has gone on for quite a while. I know we'll get into the transfer window, but allow me to just dive in now and say, in Mourinho's last season, he knew he needed a centre back, and the board just didn't trust him with a centre back. Only for him to get, for Mourinho to get the sack, and then, that summer we went ahead and bought, the English Mustafi, Harry Maguire. Uh, yeah.
Mm.
I think Bruno Fernandes partnership is not working because they're not working hard enough in the midfield, and once you lose that midfield battle, I mean, you've lost the game. So I think we've started the season slow, but I'm glad it's a season that we will see more shocks. Looking at the table right now, seeing Everton seated at the top, you might ask yourself, how that has happened. But we're going to see a lot of shocks this season. However, I still am a bit confident that we will be fighting for the top four.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me leave it at that. But it was stupid defending, really.
So we can say,
And there will be a long.
Can we say it's the coach who is the problem, or players? Because as at now, you are only 2 points above relegation. No, you need to be reminded, you are only 2 points above relegation. So is it?
Yeah, we are 16th in.
Yeah.
No. I guess when the rubber meets the road, Steve, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not up to par with the kind of managers and coaches we are seeing in the Premier League. But again, he's proven us strong a couple of times. I mean, I go back to the PSG game. I go back to the way we finished the season last season, and he can pull surprises. But based on everything I have seen at the club this season, I'd be very surprised if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was the United manager come the start of the 2021-22 season.